All right, you guys, good to be with you today. I am feeling a little on the low energy side today, but I wanted to get on here live. I haven't done a live in a while. Things have been kind of a lot. I don't want to say busy, I don't want to say crazy, but I've had a lot on my plate. I like to keep things simple and I like to keep things not too busy. And I feel that that's a choice that we make. And so lately for this small season, I have been choosing into a little bit more than what I would normally do. But that is not what I wanted to talk to you about. But that's kind of the reason why I'm coming to you with a little lower energy today. I want to talk about, I titled this live, How to Take What You've Learned Out of Your Head and Into Your Life. Because I just came off of a weekend of general conference for my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I know a lot of you are also members of that church and probably watched conference too. For those of you that are not, this is still applicable and you'll still find things here because what I'm going to talk to you about today is about learning. When you do a conference like we did this weekend and you're just getting tons of information, it can be really hard to then take that information and do anything with it. I remember in college, my husband and I did student government, student leadership, and there was this event, some kind of thing that everyone was invited to. And for some reason, my husband and I couldn't go. And we asked one of the guys who went, we said, "How was it?" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, it was so good." He was just raving. It was so good. And we're like, "Well, what was it about?" And he said, "I can't remember what it was about. I just remember how I felt." We always joke about that because he couldn't even remember what it was about. Um, with conferences, whether it's general conference, something, church related, or a retreat you go to, or something business related, whatever it is, it's awesome if you feel something because feeling can be the first step in changing. But if you don't remember what you learned, if you don't then take that knowledge and do something with it, those feelings will go away and you won't keep those feelings with you often and long enough to actually see change in your life. So I want to explain to you what I do with my conference notes. And this, like I said, this is with general conference notes from church, but it's other conferences too. It's how I assimilate the information because usually when I'm done with an experience like that, I've got pages and pages of information. So what I do, what I spent some time doing this morning actually, is I read through it all and I start to make little notations. So for conference, because this is a spiritual conference, I wrote things like P for prayer, I for invitations, and then I just do a little star if it's something that I feel like was something that really stood out to me or something that I wrote that wasn't even said in the conference, but was like an action that I personally needed to take or something that I heard that wasn't said through the speakers. And so I start there. I start by making notes. Another thing that I can do, if it's a different kind of conference, I'll write books. There'll be book recommendations or further learning, like websites that someone will point you to. And I like to write all that in my notes. Then I start a blank sheet of paper and I write whatever the conference name is at the top. And then I divide it into those categories. So pray. This is a list of all the things I was asked to pray for. Invite. Here's what I was invited to do. Here are some actions that the speakers invited me to take. And then I have another section that's like personal. And then I write down what were the highlights for me, what really stood out to me. Now I have basically all my notes put into this one sheet of paper that gives me my personal highlights for the conference. That's really powerful. But then I take it to the next level. And on the back of this sheet of paper, I write a few questions. And the questions are, what does this mean for my family? All this information that I learned, what is it now that I know this, now that I've felt something, now that I've learned something, what am I going to do in my family? What does this mean for my business? What did I hear or learn or that I want to take action on now in my business? What can I see that I was doing that I want to do differently? And I just let whatever comes, I write it down. What does this mean for my business? Finally, what does this mean for me? Just on a personal level, what do I need to do differently? How do I need to change? How do I need to, apply the things that I've learned, and I write it. The final question is, what else do I need to know? Because when you're sitting there in this process and you're writing and you're listening, you're hearing inspiration come. You're hearing that intuition, that inspiration. And as you write, more will come. I end up with this sheet of paper, front and back, that is so meaningful and so powerful and can lead me, in this case, in the case of general conference, for the next 6 months until it happens again, right? Whatever conference it is that you've attended, this is a way to take that information and act on it. Now, some people might be afraid, like, oh, but there's more than just what I can put on one sheet. I want to caution you, maybe there is, but there's not more that you can do right now. You can always go back and revisit your notes, and after you've done everything on your sheet and it's completed, you can then go back and say, is there more for me here? Do I need to learn more from this now? And revisit and ask new questions, and you'll get new answers. But this process is going to help you extract the most from your learning, because that's what we want. Learning's not just about, oh, great, I got some new knowledge crammed in my head. It's about, I got some new knowledge, now what? And hopefully this has helped to answer the now what for you. All right, big things coming up. We have another morning routine challenge coming up in November. Keep an eye out for that. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments what stands out to you, and I will see you guys later. Bye.